Ka-young making her second wish, to turn Pan-gum young. Iblis urges her to reconsider, but she insists and demands he fulfill it in 3 days. Ka-young buys tickets to Hawaii, and Pan-gum excitedly tells everyone, making Hung-rai jealous. Elsewhere, Im-seon worries because her daughter Jong-hwa is skipping school and hanging out with men. Im-seon finds a negative pregnancy test and loses her temper when Jong-hwa says she wants to drop out of college. Though Iblis tries to tempt Im-seon to make her last wish, she refuses. After 3 days, Pan-gum wakes up as a 28-year-old. She faints repeatedly from shock and joy. But then decides to embrace her new youth by raiding Ka-young's closet and going out. Iram informs Ejlil that Ka-young's wish was righteous because it wasn't for herself. Ejlil, worried he'll lose the chance to kill his brother, visits Iblis's lamp and scolds him for causing chaos. Iblis asks for a chance to prove his value in the modern world. The dog, Kim Gae, returns to make his second wish for money and ID to survive as a human. Iblis gives him enough money to buy a new identity and become a boss. The scene shows the handsome actor Kim Ji-hoon playing Kim Gae's new driver, but the driver soon notices his boss biting and snarling like a dog. At his building, Ejlil discovers Iblis stole all his money and ruined his painting. In town, Pan-gum enjoys admiring herself in store windows. Ka-young tries to keep up, but gives up and makes new rules. Pan-gum must ditch her old phone and pretend to be a student staying for 6 months. When Iblis interrupts to ask for dinner, they both yell at him. The next morning, Iblis gets a job at a cabbage farm to earn money. He works so vigorously that the job finishes before lunch, and he is excited to earn food and cash. That night, Sang-tae hits a deer, finds the lamp in his truck, and summons Iblis. Thinking it's a joke, Sang-tae wishes for the deer to be saved. The deer instantly stands up, and Sang-tae curses Iblis for wasting his first wish. Iblis fights back and puts him in his place. The next day, Iblis learns from Seide that Junwoo and Ka-young took a waltzing class in college. Overcome with jealousy, Iblis travels to the past and makes sure Junwoo breaks his leg, preventing him from attending the class. Junwoo is later seen at the mansion. Chang-sik and 2 other men visit to welcome the family, noticing many tattooed men around and spotting a man in a dirty robe peeking through the windows before disappearing. Back at Ga-young's place, Iblis wondered why she was installing a security camera. She told him it was to protect Pan-gum. While explaining, she also brought up how he had talked to her in the past and got angry at him for lying. At that point, Iblis snapped back, got mad as well, and ran away. Pan-gum, trying to dig up money she buried long ago. Ka-young reveals she took the money and turned it into a fortune through stocks, even paying for Minji's education. Pan-gum is impressed and agrees to share the profits. Ka-young meets Minji for dinner and is shocked to see Hung-rai, who thought Ka-young and Pan-gum had left for Hawaii. Ka-young lies that Pan-gum went alone. The next morning, Minji saves Pan-gum from being hit by a bike, and they become fast friends. At the bank, Boo-gyeong is fed up with her manager nagging her to sweet-talk Ka-young. She finds the lamp and makes her first wish, to steal all the money from Ka-young's bank account. Before granting the wish, he went back to Gae-young to tell about the wish he is about to grant. After telling her, she told him that she is not worried about that wish.
그럼 두 번째 소원은 뭐지?
Iblis Iblis is happy, thinking he's about to win the bet. Ka-young hugs him, saying she doesn't want Ejlael to kill him. As they hug, inscriptions on the wall suddenly glow. Ka-young notices the hourglass in the lamp isn't flowing. Iblis reveals it's not a clock but an urn containing her remains. When Ka-young touches it, the sand rises, and her watch starts ticking backward. She has a vision of being inside the lamp before, seeing Iblis kneeling. Realizing this is the same dream she had, she asks Iblis if he ever brought her to the lamp in a past life, but he doesn't remember. The next day, Junwoo and his son, Jung-hoon, visit the mechanic shop. Jung-hoon talks strangely, discussing Goryeo dynasty trade routes. Saud arrives, and Jung-hoon sees a mystical creature in his shadow. Ka-young runs off to confront Pangum for wearing her favorite heels. She finds Pangum and Minji happily bonding at a cafe, which makes Ka-young jealous. Iblis shows up and asks if hugging has rules, but Ka-young is too angry to answer. Meanwhile, Ejlael tries to repair the painting Iblis ruined. Angered, he finds Iblis, and they fight intensely inside a soju bottle until they are exhausted. That night, Ka-young thinks about her vision, wondering the girl that she saw on her dream was begging for. Ejlael visits to convince Ka-young to make a third righteous wish, offering to take her to the past to find out why Iblis wants her dead and how she died. After he proposes an alliance between the two, Ga-young got mad and took a shovel to hit Ejlael with it. In the other side, Irem feels the pain while on her date with Sade. The next morning, police visit Ka-young's shop looking for a missing blonde woman. Ka-young realizes the blood on Sang-tai's taillights might be the missing woman's, and she secretly keeps the broken glass elsewhere. Ejlael and Irem watch police remove a body. Ejlael expresses the emotional toll of being the angel of death. Iblis meets his young friend. Sade interrupts to tell Iblis about Ejlael's offer to Ka-young. Expecting Ka-young to be angry, Iblis checks on her and finds her snorkeling, rehearsing her death. He appears as a bubble and fixes her gear. Im-seon is frantic when her daughter, Jonghwa, is found with a man in a motel playing computer games. Im-seon summons Iblis to vent. Iblis tells her a story about a man who used his last wish to forget the 2 wishes he'd made, which gives Im-seon an idea. At home, Ka-young leaves pictures to help Pangum style the outfits she steals from Ka-young's closet. Pangum meets Minji at a cafe. Hyung-rai sees them and rallies the town's old women and Chang-sik, accusing Ka-young of murder and using Pangum's new persona, Miju, as an accomplice. Hyung-rai confronts them, but Chang-sik calls Pangum's phone, and she answers, stunning everyone. It turns out Iblis took Pangum's form to fool them. Iblis expects thanks, but Ka-young blames herself for dealing with the devil, which deeply affects Iblis. Irem meets with Minji again and reveals she is deaf and reads lips.
귀한 걸 이렇게 선택?
Iblis, seeking peace of mind, is arrested at a gambling den. Ka-young bails him out and beats him again. Boogyong decides on her next wish and asks Iblis to increase Ka-young's bank transfer limit to the maximum. Ka-young immediately shows up at the bank and increases her daily limit, allowing Boogyong to start stealing money daily. Ka-young confides in Iblis that trusting humans was arrogant and asks why he visited her at the sea.
오늘은 내가 쏜다.
진짜요?
Sang-hyuk tells Iblis about the abuse his mother faces from her boyfriend. He prays for help, and Iblis offers to get rid of the man for 1 won. Iblis takes the man to the desert and lets wild dogs attack him. Ejlael shows up, scolding Iblis for interfering again. Iblis brings up Ejlael's offer to Ka-young, suggesting Ejlael isn't the good guy, and asks about his motives and if he's scared. In Korea, Ka-young checks her watch for issues after touching the hourglass, but the watch is fine. She inspects the lamp and finds an inscription. She Googles it and finds the lamp was made in 1041 AD, realizing Iblis lied about the time he was locked up. Kim Gae spends his days sniffing cars, looking for his old family. His driver notices him being watched by men from the mansion, who are also being watched by Chung-sik and his men. At the bank, Boogyong gets in trouble when the bank discovers Ka-young's money is being transferred to her account. The manager orders her to fix the issue before Ka-young reports them. Boogyong insists she is innocent, and the manager sends her to Ka-young to clear up the misunderstanding. At the mansion, Young-hoon takes an apple to a locked man in the attic, who has a string tied to his leg. Young-hoon thanks him for a book and leaves. Ka-young visits Ejlael and accepts his offer. He takes her to the night she died. Iblis was in the desert. Traders encountered wild dogs and decided to feed a slave boy named Hunbish to save themselves. Ka-young fell and found the lamp, wishing to save Hunbish and give him a long life. Iblis killed the traders and added their life expectancy to Hunbish. Ka-young's second wish was to stop the slave trade of her people, which Iblis fulfilled by destroying trade routes and causing tsunamis, leading to many deaths. Before her third wish, Ejlael appeared, blaming her for the deaths. Remorseful, Ka-young refused to save her own life after being mauled by dogs. Iblis set her up, hoping for a selfish wish. But she wished for punishment for both herself and Iblis. This last wish enraged Iblis. Ejlael showed up, ready to lock Iblis away, as Ka-young was the righteous human mentioned by the Supreme Being. Iblis watched Ka-young's body rot until it turned to ash, eventually gathering a portion of her ashes before he was sucked into the lamp. Back in the present, Ka-young notices Iblis's odd expression as he was being locked away. Kneeling, she realizes he showed true sorrow and remorse. The moment her hands touch his face, the hourglass in the lamp starts to work, shortening her lifespan by 1 day. Iblis suddenly feels a sharp chest pain and falls, starting to burn and having difficulty touching anything. Memories flood back, meeting Ka-young in the past, crying blood tears and screaming in agony.